Hi everyone, it's Drew here at Card of My Eye, and today I have a layout share for you. And I recorded this video earlier and uploaded it, but I had a couple comments of people saying that it stopped at like 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and I checked it and it actually did stop. So I'm recording it again before it gets dark here. And get it up, and I already got the blog post up and everything, so if you want to check out my blog, I'll put the link below. You can check it out. I did the blog post for detailed photos of this layout if you'd like to check that out. But basically, I created this layout using just two photos I took with my camera quite a while ago, actually, about a month ago, which, well, I guess it's not quite a while ago, but about a month ago, and I printed them up on some white cardstock, and I basically created this layout. So the background 12x12 paper is coconut swirl, 12x12 coconut swirl cardstock by Basil, which is their white color. And then what I did was I added this larger portion of a sort of tone-on-tone circular dot pattern, and that is from the Peachy Keen collection from American Crafts, and it looks just like that, and the backside is this sort of peachy pink dotted pattern. And I also used some yellow pattern here, which is from this 6x6 paper stack by My Mind's Eye called Blink of an Eye, and that's the collection I used. And I'll show you the paper that I used in here. I actually think it's right there. It's this sort of tone-on-tone yellowish floral pattern, and I basically ripped it and added it, and then I inked all of the edges with my inking tool and my Tim Holtz ink. My favorite color right now is the Bundled Twigs Distressing Ink. I've been using that quite a bit on my projects, and so I really love that color. And then what I did was before actually adhering these two down, I adhered them to each other, and then I added my photos on top, and I just sort of traced around that general area right here. And then I took two different punches, which are these two here. I used this McGill Star Punch, and there's the size in case you're curious. And then I used this Martha Stewart Butterfly Punch. So I used both those punches, and I punched out a couple of little butterflies and star die cuts, and then I used some temporary adhesive, and just right here I used a bit of temporary adhesive, and I adhered them down. So I put one there, and I put one here, a star, and then I put a butterfly, and I put another butterfly up there. And I used two different mists of glimmer mist. I used the nougat and the patina colored glimmer mists, and I just sprayed on top of them. And then I went ahead and adhered this section down. And after I adhered it down, I only adhere just about this middle section here and then like a strip along here, because I like to tuck things under. And as you can see, I did tuck a couple of die-cut doilies from Maya Road under there. And just a couple of little vintage tickets and some Cosmo Cricket die cuts. And then what I did was I added my title, and the title, the Tom's word is using the American Crafts hardcover thickers in black. And then I used some of the October Afternoon Mini Market stickers in yellow and black for the word shoes there. And I totally love the font they used on this particular yellow and black set. And then I simply journaled using my favorite pen. I really love the Smash pen right now. So I journaled using the Smash pen all the way down. And then I added some paint, and I just used my Aqua Adirondack acrylic paint dauber, and I just opened the cap and used a paintbrush to apply the paint all the way around the outside edge here. So as you can see, I just put it around there and around here, and then I took some splatters and splattered it on the layout. And it's really great texture because it's thick. It's not like glimmer mist that's going to soak into your paper. It actually creates a thick consistency when you splatter it. And then I simply took a couple of Prima crystals, and I grabbed a pack just to show you. I wanted to show you the facets on these crystals. Can you see how pretty those are? And they're so inexpensive, and they look absolutely like totally diamonds. And I added them all over here. I used a couple different packages. I just placed them on the photos and just in different areas, sort of add to my splattering effect. And then what I did was I actually used some stickers from the Crate Paper Storyteller sticker sheet, which looks like this. Oopsies, wrong paper. That's what the sticker sheet looks like. And I just used this gray one, which I cut in half and used part there, and then I also used part up there. And I actually used glitter on this layout, which was quite fun. I haven't used glitter in a while, and basically all I did to apply my glitter was I used some sticky strip, and I just cut off a strip and placed it down, peeled off the backing, and then I added this glitter here, which is from Pink Paisley. It's one of the Pink Paisley Pixie Sticks, and this is in the color Cream Soda. So after I added the glitter, I added it up here and down here. I worked on this top section in which I added some lace up here. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see the lace. It's just tipping out of the top there. And that lace is from Bev's Etsy shop over at the Piece by Piece, and it looks like this. So I added that lace to the top there. It's really pretty. It's one of my favorite laces that she has, and I added across the top there, and then I created this cluster over here in which, again, I added a star die cut and sprayed with the nougat, so you kind of get this masked effect. And then I added a couple of Storyteller thickers, some of that yellow cardstock, which is here to tie these back together, and one of the die cuts which I used there, and I also used one right there, and some baker's twine. And basically how I added the baker's twine is I cut off a long portion, and then I just kind of crumble it up, stick it down, and add staples. And I staple all of my projects using the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. It's like my favorite stapler ever. I just staple everywhere, all over the layout. And then I added a button from our Etsy store, and some journaling over there. And a little bit of washi tape, just 2 strips there and 1 strip here. And that was basically the layout. I actually did add a date down here, April 18th, and I used my Smash stamp. If you could see that there, sorry about that. I used my Smash stamp, and you just simply adjust your letters to your date, and it's just really simple and easy to adjust. And I think that is about it for this layout. I hope you enjoyed. I'd love for you to go take a peek at my blog. I'll link it in the down bar below where you can find out more information and check out some detailed photos of this exact layout that you see here. So thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I will catch y'all next time. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe above. Bye!